Welcome back to Daytona, where Daniel Suarez has taken over the keys to the number 19, vacated in the offseason by Carl Edwards, who stepped away from the sport, elevating the Xfinity Series champion into the Cup Series. Here's how the Joe Gibbs team sits in practice right now. Earlier this week, our friends at Race Hub previewed Joe Gibbs Racing.
Joe Gibbs Racing has set the standard for team performance with dominant seasons in recent years. JGR seemed to have found a proven formula, but even they faced a sudden and surprising change-up.
So I'm stepping away from full-time driving the Cup Series.
It shocked the whole industry about Carl kind of up and moving on, and making the decision that he didn't want to race anymore.
Definitely really surprised, but knowing Carl, he kind of been known to sort of do his own thing, and when he gets his mind made up, kind of pulls the trigger on it.
In 2016, Carl Edwards charged through one of his best years to date.
Carl Edwards dominates Bristol.
Checker flag. You're a fan, dude.
And driver number 19 showed unshaking resilience in the chase.
Sorry, bud. Don't be sorry. We're going to go win Texas.
Resilience that demonstrated character even when he couldn't bounce back on the track.
Joey Logano drives Carl Edwards into the wall.
I'll say good hard racing, shook my hand, and go get it. Class act right there.
Stepping into Edwards' ride is Daniel Suarez. In 2016, Suarez won 3 Xfinity Series races.
A last lap pass on Kyle Busch to get your first win ever.
Proud of Daniel. He's done a lot of work and done a lot of things to try to get to this point.
Watching his progression truck and Xfinity to where he ended the season last year, obviously he has the talent. You can see that and how much he's learned over the last couple of years, and the race he was able to put together at Homestead to be able to win a championship. I think there's always a lot to learn, from the new guys coming in.
Daniel Suarez, Xfinity.
I know that I have a lot to learn, but I couldn't ask for a better opportunity that this kind of team with a lot of experience to start this process.
My team, I know that is capable to win the championship. I just need to be patient. The most important thing is to take everything step by step. I think that is going to be the best. Expectations are wide open for 2017. We got a brand new Toyota Camry coming out, so I'm pumped about getting behind the wheel of that thing. But then after that, just looking forward to making sure we can win races, win segments, get those bonus points, and be championship eligible at Homestead.
Kyle Busch qualified alongside Edwards for the Championship 4 at Homestead. He wasn't able to defend his 2015 title, but 2016 was still a solid year with 4 standout wins.
For the second year in a row, Kyle Busch wins at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
JGR comes off a year with a Brickyard win and a Daytona 500 championship.
Here comes Hamlin, storming at the outside of the racetrack.
Daytona 500 champion. Oh, you got it, baby.
Denny Hamlin's 3 wins showed his continued skill on distinct and diverse tracks.
Winner at home. Yes, sir.
Denny Hamlin wins at Watkins Glen International.
Good job, Denny. I never would have raced this.
Last year we had a very young team. We're going to build upon that success, knowing we did it with a first-time team, first-time crew chief in the Cup Series. Overall, I know that we're going to be competitive. I'm sure that our FedEx team will be ready to go, and hopefully we start off with another Daytona 500.
Gibbs placed all 4 drivers in the 2016 chase thanks to another strong year from Matt Kenseth. The 2003 champion continued his resurgent drive with wins at Dover and Loudon.
I never lose sight of how hard this is and how lucky we are to be able to do this.
Wow. You earned that one, brother.
Even if the JGR lineup witnessed an unusual offseason, it is still one of the most potent rosters in racing. Proof that people are the critical component driving performance.
Obviously starting at the top with Coach. It's a great organization. Great season last year. Got really great teammates, good crew chiefs over there. Really feel like it's about the people. Hopefully we can all run up front and perform like we did last year.
12 wins, 10 poles, 84 top 10s for Joe Gibbs Racing last year. And putting Daniel Suarez in the 19, this is not unfamiliar ground because Joe Gibbs has built this organization like he built his Super Bowl winning NFL teams with lots of depth, when Tony Stewart walked away from Joe Gibbs Racing to take over half ownership of what's now Stewart Haas. They had Joey Logano at the ready, plugged him into that seat. Yes, there was a learning curve. Yes, there were teething issues, but Joey Logano's now a superstar of this sport. No reason to think that it will be much different with Daniel Suarez.
Did a very similar thing with Denny Hamlin when they put Denny Hamlin in the 11 car. So they have a kind of a track record of being able to take these young drivers and put them with these experienced crew chiefs and get pretty good results.
I just think of this driver lineup and how impressive this driver lineup is. The amount of experience that this lineup has, championships, race wins, and now bringing in a young driver. I love what Matt Kenseth said there. He goes, we have the opportunity to learn from somebody young and new. I mean, you know, they're looking at it as, hey, this is only going to make us better because, like you've said many times, CW, what you don't know, you don't know. And so a young driver goes into it with a fresh outlook and mindset, and the sky is the limit, and he'll push the limits where maybe sometimes a veteran driver is going to fill out and try to take their time to get to that limit.
You know, I had a conversation with Dave Rogers this morning, crew chief for Daniel Suarez. The first time Daniel had ever been in a Cup car was at a Phoenix test earlier this month. And he said, yeah, we worked on making our race car fast, but we had to work on things this young man has never seen or encountered. He'd never seen a digital dash. He never in 2 years of Xfinity Series racing had to pull into a pit stall where there was a car sitting in front of him and behind him. We set up cones to simulate that. He said, plus, we needed it to run out of fuel with electronic fuel injection because it's different than running out of fuel with a carburetor. So they worked on a lot of things 2 days at Phoenix above and beyond just making a race car go fast.
Daniel Suarez is the fourth different driver in 4 seasons for crew chief Dave Rogers.